Hello, my beautiful people. I want to talk to you about something that has crippled a lot of people, a lot of prominent women, a lot of prominent men. This thing has crippled a lot of people. This thing has destroyed a lot of destiny. This thing has brought people from 100 to 0. This thing has made people to return back to square one. And I call it spiritual arm robbery. Just relax, I'm going to be explaining it to you. Spiritual armed robbery, these are entities spiritually that come to feed on what a person has acquired or what somebody has in life. They come to feed on it spiritually. Listen, the highest or the most dangerous thing that can happen to you as a person is when some things happen to you spiritually, not physical. When it happens physical, there are certain measures to curb a lot of things. But when there are a certain attack on a person spiritually, sometimes it takes grace and mercy to come out of that. Spiritual arm robbery. These are people, entities. These are spiritual beings. Perhaps because of one thing or the other, they come to feast on the wealth or substance that somebody has built. And if you as a person notices this or may not notice, you begin to see that physically in your life, you begin to lose something, you begin to lose money. Sometimes it can come in form of a big challenge, that you were not even supposed to encounter. But because there is already spiritual entities after you, before you know what is happening, when it comes physically, they come with one or two things that may not mean anything. And by the time you realize yourself, you have lost a lot of money in that process. But they are feasting on you spiritually. Few years back, someone told me something that they had a dream where they were carrying a handbag and they noticed that somebody was cutting the bottom of that handbag. And while she looked in that dream, she saw the money in her bag falling out. See, not everybody has the grace to dream. Why some people, God can open your eyes through dreams and you will see. Now that person, the enemy is using that person to take the substance of that person. Do you know what happened to that person that told me this thing? Challenges came into that person's life that took everything that she saved and labored for. There was a challenge that was a life and death situation for somebody very close to her. And that thing took everything that she had, not knowing that it was a demonic setup, because they have planned it in the spiritual realm. They planned it and then they have to execute it physically. They will come with something, one or two things, so that that substance, that thing you have, will be taken away from you. The worst thing a man or a woman will ever experience in life is this certain thing I'm talking about. Are you a person that sometimes suddenly you lose money? Sometimes what is unnecessary will come and take money from you, or sometimes you cannot even be able to give account of your inflows and outflow, but you just observe that many things are going down in your life, that your financial status is going down. There are people that sometimes they will keep having a constant dream of people invading their house or stealing from them. There are people that keep having this dream of thieves coming into their house and taking their things. It may not be a physical thing that, oh, thieves want to invade your house, but the Lord is opening your eyes to something spiritual. That there is a spiritual armed robbery that is targeting your finance, that is targeting what you have labored for years. And let me tell you the truth, if you do not or you are not able to hold that situation, I'm telling you that it is going to cripple you from 10 to 0. Like I said, and I'll always say, there are certain things you don't joke with. Your spiritual life, like I told you before, anything that tampers with your spiritual life has gotten you totally, no matter how you doubt it. So if at any point these spiritual entities, let me tell you the truth, some people attract these things to themselves. Yes. Some people attract these things to themselves. Sometimes greed, sometimes the way you treat people, sometimes a lot of things. And when you are being judged spiritually, you are wrong. You will see those people will come. Those cankerworms, those spiritual cankerworms and caterpillars will come and feast on your finance. And when they feast on your substance, you will see that that person will turn to nothing. My dear beloved, please, in case you observe these things in your life, or you at any point see this kind of things happening to you, make haste and find spiritual solutions, because the truth is the spiritual controls the physical. You may try as a human being, you are putting all your all in your work, in your workplace, you are trying your best, but if those people decide to encroach your crops, no matter the effort you place as a human being physically, it will amount to nothing. I remain your own person, Benedicta, the goddess. Have a lovely day.